make him wait. He just chose to continue to be my friend because I'm a valuable person to have around as a friend, regardless if you're smashing or not. But he always liked me. So he always wanted to continue asking once in a while, you know, would I consider dating him or this and that. But we did our own thing. We were actually just really good friends. And I know you guys don't believe in men and women being friends.
Nope. It's a fallacy.
Right?
It's not true.
But I actually do have real male friends.
Same.
And I think when you're a woman in business and you're a high value person, I know you guys have your little like, you know, description on what a high value man is. But if you're a valuable person to people, if you have something to offer them, it's not always just about sex. Like I was there for him between thick and thin for other things. And that's why at the end of the day, he came to me and he was like, I really want you to actually give me a serious chance. I really want to potentially marry you and I want you to be my woman. And at that point I was like, you know what? I've been your friend for 13 years. I should give you a chance. I didn't really feel the chemistry on that level of being like, you know, with him. But I wanted to give him the chance. So I did and I tried it. And unfortunately, he still really just wasn't.
But see, you're proving our point even more because think about this. He waited 13 years.
He didn't wait. I didn't make him wait around. It's not like he couldn't date other people. He did his thing. He dated all these girls who used him.
He had the hopes of one day, and it did happen.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There is, though, because he's binging on you being at a weak point or you saying, hey, you know what? Now it's your turn.
No, but listen, we were young when we met, and we were...
Doesn't matter.
We were not ready to be together. Like, if he had come to me then, I had dated him then, we would have broke up after a year or whatever because we weren't ready to really be in like committed relationships at that time. So when he was ready to really settle down, I was the one that he came to and chose for that. Unfortunately for him, I just really couldn't get there with him because I just didn't have that chemistry with him that I needed to feel like it would be worth it for me to give up my life to be with him because he wanted me to also move to a different country and give up my career and all these things. And yeah, he was rich and I could have done that. But like, I don't only value money. I also value the life that I built for myself. And if we couldn't integrate that in a way that made sense, then it's not worth it for me because there are other men out there and I have options and he has options and I would rather us just be friends, but he was really scorned by the fact that I didn't want to go with him to Africa. So it is what it is.
So guys, and as you guys know, this is a men's podcast.
I'll still be out there without him.
So this is a men's podcast. So we give advice to men and men's best interests. And one thing that I've noticed is that you mentioned earlier, like you don't like a guy that over compliments you. You're saying the guy waited for you and you gave it a shot later on.
I'm not saying he waited. I'm saying like he was around.
At the top of the show, you did say he waited 13 years for you.
Okay, I guess.
You did explicitly say that. Okay. So the point, now you're kind of walking it back to not make him look as bad.
I'm just saying like it was not like he didn't date other people and he was like exclusively waiting for me and didn't try.
It's irrelevant because here's the thing, and I tell guys this on this podcast all the time. Women don't want an equal, even though society says I want a guy that's a 50-50 partner, I want my soulmate, all this other bullshit. No, women want a guy that's better than them. And let me tell you something, men that are better than you don't pedestalize you, and they ain't going to wait. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always laugh when women say I want a guy that's funny and all this other stuff. Women are going to say what's politically correct for them to land a guy so they don't look like hoes or promiscuous because women understand that their sexuality, if it's out in the open and it's promiscuous, it does lower their value. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Even the most sexually liberated girls are going to lie about their body count. They're going to lie about what they've done in their past because they understand on an innate level their ability to lock down a high-value guy is contingent on their ability to sell purity. But here's the thing, though. Women want to deal with a guy that is better than them. Guys that are better than you that have options aren't necessarily going to wait all the time.
But he was better than me in your standards.
No, he didn't because he didn't act like it.
No, but
and this is why having money isn't enough a lot of the times. Like, yes, having money is good. It gets you a good. I always say, money doesn't solve all problems, but it's a damn good down payment. But it's not going to make you attractive to a woman that is repulsed by you. And him even allowing you.
I was not repulsed.
Yes, you were. Your actions dictated that. You were repulsed by him just because. Remember, we're talking sexually here. We're not talking about friendship here. Yeah. We're not. You're conflating the two. You were repulsed by him sexually because this is a man that you had. Hold on. Let me just finish.
Okay.
Because you can say that, but what you did with him sexually shows otherwise. The thing is this: when a man sits there and waits for a woman,
can you stop cutting him off, please? God damn, man.
Like, fuck. Yeah. So when When a man waits for a woman, what he's inadvertently saying is that your value is higher than mine. I am willing to wait for you and see if this works out. Guys that have higher status aren't going to wait around for a woman. Women want men that other women want. Period. It's biologically proven. Like, women are more attracted to a man that's pre-selected and has multiple women. This is why rappers, athletes, celebrities, etc. They get more girls just by being in a VIP with 20 girls in there, because women want guys that other women want to be, and other women want to be with, and other guys want to be. Period. There's a reason why only like 10 to 20% of men are fucking like 80% of the girls. You know what I'm saying? So when a man waits for a woman, aka the friend zone, which is what we tell guys, never be in the friend zone with a woman.
Don't do it.
She's going to lose respect for you. Whether she says, I like you as a friend, or we're friends, or whatever, she's going to lose respect for you from an arousal standpoint. Maybe not a friendship standpoint, but from an arousal standpoint, 100%. And for the ladies out there that say, oh, men and women can be friends. No, it's a lie. Every single time a guy is in a friend zone with you or accepts you being a friend, it's an opinion?
Yep.
Okay. Most guys are not going to be open about it and tell you, listen, I want to have sex with you, and they're going to sit there in the friend zone, and as soon as you let them come in and you tell them, hey, I'm horny, come over, 9 out of 10 times they're going to come over and have sex with you. They're only in the friend zone as a backdoor route to try to get some sex from you. Now, are there exceptions to the rule? Maybe 1 in 100 guys might actually be a platonic friend with you because of some kind of social situation where you might be married to his brother-in-law or some shit like that, where if you were to bang him, it would cause great chaos. But most guys stay in the friend zone to get laid. And the longer you stay in the friend zone as a guy, the more you decrease your value. Because if you sit there and you wait for a woman in the friend zone, it tells a lot about you as far as your options go. So even if you're a high status guy and a girl friend zones you and you sit there in the friend zone, she's going to lose respect for you from an arousal standpoint. And I always say it like this. If a woman is with a guy and they're just fuck buddies, like if you invite a girl over, hey, let's just smash whatever, and then you kick her out your crib every single time. You don't even hang out with her. You don't listen to her problems. You don't take her out for dinner. You don't do nothing except for have sex with her and kick her out your spot. That is exactly what it's like for a guy to be in the friend zone. It's just that it's politically correct and okay for women to friend zone men, but it's not correct to do it the other way around, because anything that has to do with male sexuality and men having leverage in the sexual marketplace is considered misogynistic or rude. But if a woman exercises her sexual leverage, it's no problem. You could take a guy out on foodie dates. You could take a guy out and friend zone him. Completely socially acceptable. But if I tell guys, listen, chick doesn't want to smash you on the first date, kick her out your crib, you're a toxic misogynist. No. I'm just telling guys, you need to put value on your time. And when you sit there and hang out with a girl platonically, you're disrespecting yourself. Just like a girl that's fucking a guy and not letting her take him out her on dates or whatever it may be. It's just the same thing. It's just that men and women are very differently in how we view friendships and sex.
Can I answer now?
I really like what you have to say. I have to agree with a lot of what you just said.
Oh, thanks.
At least for me, if I put you in the friend zone, even if it's for a day, that's it. You're staying there forever. The moment you're in the friend zone, you are not coming out. Period.
Yeah. Keeping it real. I like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue. Then you can go. I know you got something to say.
I also, going back to like you saying, you guys smash and then you leave and stuff like that. Women, at least in my opinion, when you have a fuck buddy, a lot of times women want more.
Of course, yeah.
So I guess you're right when it comes down to you saying like, okay, now leave. That to me would be a sign that I'm in the friend zone. You don't want anything else with me. I'll probably end things there and then
because,
too.
And I say this too, women rarely treat sex for what it is. Sex is really a handshake. It's an equal value exchange. But women almost always treat sex as a value loaded exchange. And what I mean by that is I'm not going to have sex with you unless like I'm getting some kind of resource from you, whether it's time, attention, whatever it is. So that's how women treat sex a lot of the time. You know what I mean? But if you treat it for what it is, a value exchange, most chicks aren't going to be comfortable with that. They're going to be like, so we're just smashing, you're kicking me out? Fuck that. And she might tolerate it for like a month or two, maybe even a year. But at some point, she's going to get tired of it and then go find a guy that will give her that security to some degree. Because women rarely like just giving out sex for free. You know what I'm saying?
Because we are spiritual beings.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have to agree with a lot of what you just said.
Thanks. But I know you got a point of contention. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, like, you were saying this guy. Like, so the guy that I was talking about, he is successful. He would go to the club and party and spend lots of money. He would have all the girls in his section. He was that guy. But to me, that wasn't really a turn on. So you're saying, like, oh, girls are turned on by this guy who everybody wants. I was like, go do you, boo. Go ahead. Maybe it was because I only saw him as a friend and I just didn't really care what he was up to beyond our friendship and, like, the relationship that we had. That was really actually just a friendship. So I don't agree with you because I think every culture and different cities have kind of different vibes. Where I'm from in Vancouver, there's a lot of guys and a lot of girls who are actually just friends. And we go out, we eat, like I pay for my own bill. Some of my guy friends pay for my bill. They're still not trying to smash me. They are not. Like, I know they're not. Like, maybe they would if I was like, yo, let me throw this at you, because they're dudes and
There's
they have a
levels to
dick
this.
that they think with. And there's like, you know, a certain like point where they're just like, fuck it, let's just do it. But at the same time, that is, this guy that you're talking about, it's not attractive to every woman. Like, it's not.
Mike,
So
Even the fact, like, he wanted to buy me designer clothes and dress head to toe in Gucci to be like, look like him. And I was like, I don't want that. Like, I have
But-
different priorities and different values than you. And it was his integrity as a person and how he acted as a person that was the most unattractive thing to me.
Mike, what's your thoughts on this, bro? Real quick.
What part? Is a
So
lot.
to me, we go back and forth.